Jerry, do you want to talk just a minute just to see how well the Generous Juror program is working in the county now?
Absolutely.
How does it mix with this program? Are they synergistic?
Yes, and I would like to certainly thank our controller and our delegate for all the service that they have done for the citizens of Charles County. I would also like to acknowledge Terry, who I've known for many years, for her unlimited amount of love that she gives to the children. When we started this program with the Charles County Circuit Court in February of this year, we knew we were taking on another volume of work and something different. And one of the things that we developed was a program to show the jurors how could you not get excited to know what we were doing and what we were giving back to the community. It was so important to us, and my staff, they're so excited to know that when children are coming in, some of their needs could get met by the little bit of work that they may take the time to go out and ask and show the programs. Would you like to donate your juror stipend to the Generous Juror program? We've had an overwhelming response from it. We're not the size of Montgomery County, so we certainly don't get the amount of jurors that do come in and serve for jury duty. But since February 7th of this year, we've actually called jurors in 23 times. 22 of those days, we've had several jurors donate. We had a total of 141 jurors, generous jurors that really cared about the children of our county, who I'm very, very thankful for, donated their funds to this program. To date, we have received, and you have to remember, it's only been 22 days. To date, we've received $2,485 of the $15 that is donated per juror. Jurors have asked, how can I get more? Well, because we have an accounting system, we are only allowed to accept what the program, but we certainly give them the information to contact Ms. Wolf and her employees here. So we hope the program not only stays, but the awareness of the need for foster care will greatly improve. We certainly put the programs out throughout the courthouse. We have the posters all over so people can see, and I'm so grateful to be part of this program. And I think the men and women like Terry that serve our children, because they're going to be our future generations, and they can give the love that they need and the guidance, and it's very, very important. So I thank you for attending. I thank Delegate Murphy for all his service, and the controller, and letting me be part of this. And I thank Ms. Wolf and her staff for all the work. They're frequently in the courthouse advocating for the children, and it's very, very important. So thank you very much.
I need one of those posters.
Okay.
I want to take it back up to Montgomery, because all we had was Generous Juror program, and this would,
Take another one.
Yeah.
Picture you ever saw. This kid is the best ambassador.
This is going right up to the Montgomery County Circuit Court, and
But it has Charles County Circuit Court on it, so I don't
does
know.
it? Oh,
It's
well,
our
what the heck.
program.
Sorry, we don't mind.
Maybe they'll leave the checks out that
Do you want to say a few words?
Just very quickly.
Introduce your staff.
I will. Hi, I'm Therese Wolf. I'm the director at Charles County, and there's a lot of relevance, I think, too, to us doing this today, because this is now Foster Care Month in Maryland. Both the governor and our county commissioners have issued proclamations to let everybody know that this is Foster Care Month. It really is a time where I think it started out to be a time that we kind of celebrated foster parents and the kids who were in care, but it's really expanded. And I think it's great that this is one of the first states I've ever worked in. It's the only state I know of that has programs like Generous Jurors. It's the only state I know that actually does something to help reimburse foster parents for the other costs that come along with caring for children. But the other part of Foster Care Month is really honoring the staff who work at recruiting foster homes and licensing foster homes, providing support to those homes, working with the children who are in foster care. I look around, and some of my staff are up here that I really want to introduce too, but Marquita and Dave and Pat and Kelly are all other people who work directly in child care, in foster care here, or child welfare services, I guess. And one of the things I know about them is that they've all taken money out of their own pockets as well to provide things for kids. One of the things that both the Generous Juror program and this new piece of legislation will help is to make sure that kids have some of the things that right now it's the people that work with them, a lot of the caseworkers, that they're paying out of their own pockets. When they have these kids here for a day in court, for example, our workers tend to buy them lunch. There's no money out there for the kids' lunch. But all of these kinds of programs, Generous Juror, again, I think are going to put some money out there to help and make sure kids have the additional things they need. I do want to introduce Kim Biss and Claudel, and I'm going to do this wrong because she's just changed her name, got married, Claudel Parchment, thank you, and Deb Goulet. And the three of those are the people that work across the 3 southern counties to recruit, train, and support our foster parents. So when you think about the fact that we have basically about 60 foster parents just in Charles County alone, there are 3 people who are really working with that group of people trying to provide them the support they need. So in addition to what these 3 can offer, we also now have some funding that's going to help the foster parents as well. So every little piece that kind of goes forward is really important. I did also want to introduce Christy Wilson-Hill. I'm doing that right, Wilson-Hill? I'd like to do it backwards. Christy is the chairman of our social services board in Charles County. That board is finally, it's a fully staffed board, and their role is to be an advocate for what we do with the children and families that are served by this agency, and they partner with us to really help us with a variety of things, fundraising, getting the message to the public. So these are some of the people that are just very critical, I think, to the work that we do here. And thank you for inviting all of us. Thank you for having us here.
Thanks for having us here. I would just very briefly like to introduce Michelle Burnett, who really kind of started all of this by informing me of that. She also came up and testified on behalf of the bill. And so with that effort, we ended up towards getting a success. So if you'd like to say a few words, Michelle, please. I'd love to have you. Thank you.
My foster care journey started about 16 years ago when my husband and I decided to take children in need into our home. And over the past 16 years, we've had 40 children come in and leave their fingerprint on our heart. We have 7 children. The comptroller asked me how long they stay. I said, well, usually they stay for the weekend, but I've had them stay forever because we've adopted 3 too. So we have 7 children in our home. I really want to thank Delegate Peter Murphy for his foresight in bringing this to the attention, for the legislators that supported it, and the comptroller who had supported it from the very beginning. But over the past 16 years, I have learned a lot from foster care, and I really, really and truly would like to thank the children who have come into my home, because they have taught me one thing: the resilience of the human soul. To come to me so battered and bruised and broken and have the ability to trust and try to love again shows me the resilience of the human soul, and how could I not fight to advocate for that? So on behalf of the Maryland Resource Parent Association and all of the adoptive, foster, and kinship providers around the state, we really do extend our thanks to you for everything that you've done to make this possible. Thank you.
No. Terry doesn't want to say anything, but as the comptroller indicated, she is now the Foster Parent of the Year in Charles County. Well, with that, we want to thank everybody for coming out today, and for everybody that supports, and to all of you on a day-to-day basis. We're here one day, we all do our part, but you do it every single day. And every single day you change and you touch lives. And so for that, we're very grateful. And again, we want to thank everybody for being here today. Thanks so much.